crude oil, precious metals, and energy. So let me do my disclaimer, and then we'll get started. What I did is I've already put in the signal A on gold on my Apex account, just because of the volatility. Got big move down, big move up, so very volatile. So I took the signal A. The gold nugget is a signal A. It's up $1,900 trading since this morning. So gold is continuing to be red hot. Let me go to my disclaimer. This broadcast is really just for demonstration and educational purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. If you're not familiar with the risks associated with trading, please consult with a licensed financial advisor. So we are off and running. I've got the ES signal A also on my prop account. It might have jumped into this entry. I'm not sure. No, not yet. So I'm really looking for a roll on the E-mini and a roll on gold. And I'm kind of just waiting to see what happens. If we take a look at a kind of a bigger picture of the NASDAQ, you can see overnight it made a huge move down at 1 in the morning. And it's been retracing ever since. And now it's at the bell, it popped down. But we could, we'll wait to see exactly what it decides to do. But the retirement plan here jumped into this short position to the downside. But gold is, wow, it's just unbelievable. Racked up $2,000. I think I enabled it at like 7:30 or 8 o'clock. 7:30, right around 7:30. This is our 2-minute on the NASDAQ, the retirement plan strategy. Hey, good morning, Charles. Thank you. Hey, Rao. How about gold today, Rao? Holy moly. What volatility. I think you got to, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking about what happened over the weekend with in the Middle East, and a retaliation might be forthcoming. So gold is kind of a safe haven. So all of the risk now is off of this trade. Hey, good morning, Giles. Thanks for joining me today. See if we can get on the board today. Yesterday was kind of a tough day with the FOMC. All right, so let's stop this out with some lunch money there. And my Apex still hasn't taken. Okay, it's in the E-mini trade on the Apex. So we'll let that one mature and see how it does. It's kind of been pushing up all morning. But we've got some really great strategies out here with gold and crude. 1,500. Amen. Yeah, this market looks like it wants to keep pushing up. Looking for a big roll on gold. All right, we took a shot on the E-mini. And I'm going to take a quick break on the E-mini on this apex. Reversals, the shift in momentum. I might just get the roll on the E-mini. I think what I'll do is I'll also take on the gold. I think I will also take the signal B because I really want to get in a trade. I think it's going to go one way or the other, way it's been moving. Yeah, once it takes a trade on gold, I'm going to disable the other one. So I've got signal A and B enabled on gold. And so if it reverses, we're going to jump in. If it breaks this area of support, it'll also jump in. I'd love to get the NASDAQ going. I just haven't seen any positive news on the NASDAQ strategy yet. But that can all change very quickly. Now it looks like we're might get that roll to the downside here. That haymaker should be in now. Let's take a look. Nope. Yeah, the 30 range haymaker is in. And Q 30 range. Just got wicked out on that short trade I had on the E-mini. This haymaker can be a very exciting strategy. We're trailing this trade by about 50 ticks. Excuse me. Mo. Good morning, Mo. The NASDAQ, this NASDAQ 30 range can be one of the, excuse me, can be one of the most exciting strategies to watch. I'd love to see one of these NASDAQ strategies get hot today. All right, so it's up 215. And the big story so far is this gold nugget. GC 15 range gold nugget. And that's the strategy that's up 1900. So here we go with the haymaker. Gold is headed right into this area of resistance. Might pop in on gold. Not yet. The signal B AI drone. Now I have a signal B enabled. It's trying to break this area of resistance. I'm going to squeeze my stop on this just a little bit. I'm going to attach it. Somebody asked me yesterday how I did this. I see I'm up 650 on the trade. I right-click on this sell stop. Right-click, attach it to my indicator, go to Properties, and I'm going to select my Modified Fast and click OK. So now I've locked in a significant amount of profit on this trade, and I see I'm headed right into this area of resistance. So I want to protect my my gain in case of a bounce or a roll, a roll in this case. Hey, good morning, Bernard. And hopefully it breaks through. I'm referring to gold. Gold is, oh my goodness, got a lot of upside resistance. A lot of upside resistance. See, with this new profit window now, I would have this bracketed to where I'm only going to risk the same amount. My distance to the profit target, if it was, let's say, 5 or 10 ticks, I'm only going to risk 5 or 10 ticks. So it significantly squeezes the stop at this point. We don't want to give back too much of this money because we're so close and we've come so far to hitting this. So that profit window is going to be part of the new update that's coming out. We're just putting the final touches on it, hoping to get it to our community either late today or tomorrow. Let's check the positions. Okay. We're going to keep an eye on these NASDAQ strategies because we know when those get heated up, they can run up the score in a hurry, and we could sit on the sideline and have, take a deep breath. We might get the roll on gold. It's having a tough time push through. Hey, good morning, Dr. Ken. Hope you have a blessed day today, sir. This isn't a bad place to for gold to hit on back down about $10. Jump right back in short. Let me make sure it didn't get into a short position here. No. Okay, good. I re-enabled the ES short, and it jumped right in quick. I really like that ES strategy. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of take a little more risk on the trade and put it up above that area of support, of resistance. And I can always move it down if the trade matures to the downside here. Not getting very big moves, are we? So the haymaker's looking good right now. Hey, good morning, Toby. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, we're kind of hoping to let the good times roll here on the E-mini. The haymaker, it's rolling nicely. Hey, good morning, Mr. Miles. Good to see you, sir. And if this is your first time, yeah, the haymaker looks good today. If this is your first time watching the AI Auto Trader, this is a fully automated system. You could run it fully automated or semi-automated. Totally up to you. But it trades all of the index equities along with crude oil and gold. And we got a really nice burst of volume here. And I was going to show you something kind of neat that we can use. What we're looking for is an edge over other retail traders. And any type of edge, any type of information that we can give ourselves to give us an edge, by all means use it. So I wanted to show you real quick because I really like these bursts of volume. The premise when we developed this system was to track the flow of institutional money. And this system looks at a disparity between uptick and downtick. I think I'm going to go to come down a little to break even. And the market internals, which is a key metric in this system, is, like I had mentioned, is looking at the disparity of uptick versus downtick. But I think another indication of when institutional money is at play is NinjaTrader has what they call a market analyzer. And if I go to my control center and click New, and then Market Analyzer, this little tab comes up. And what I could do, thank you. What I could do is on my Market Analyzer, because I really think volume is a really great metric to look at. So I can go and click Columns, and what I want to do is I want to add an indicator to it. So I'm going to go find the indicator, and I'm going to add that. And then in my list of indicators, I'm going to look for my volume indicator, VOL. And I want to see how many contracts are crossing per minute. Okay, so if I click OK, now what it's going to show on one of my columns, and I can actually go to columns and even remove these others, because I really just want to look at the volume. That's all I'm really interested in. So now I just have volume, and now I can right-click and add instruments. So I can put crude on, and put all of the instruments that I'm trading. I could put the E-mini, I could put the NASDAQ, I could put the YM, all of the index equities, the Russell, and last but not least, crude oil. And what I could do is I could just kind of keep an eye on these big bursts of volume. And I can kind of put it along to the side here, and I could see if I see a big spike on one of these instruments, it's a good indication. Hey, take a look at that one. Institutional money is in play on that particular instrument. Now the system is going to automatically take those entries. Don't get me wrong. But I get a lot of questions as to which one, to trade and which one should I put on my live account. And, if you want to get into a trade that, institutional money is at work, this is kind of an additional tool that we can use to look for those big bursts of volume. So that's the market analyzer, just looking at a burst for volume. It's looking at how many contracts per minute. And throughout the session, there's times where, you'll see the NASDAQ go to 4,000 contracts a minute. And the market makes these huge moves, a lot of volatility and big moves up or down. So that's just another tool that we have at our disposal, is that market analyzer that kind of gives you a look at the overall market. We also use this tool in our discretionary trading. Let me keep an eye on my Apex account over here. No, it's not in this trade. Good. So the only trade right now, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to disable my gold on the Apex for now. Oh, we'll let it trade. But my big play, obviously, on the E-mini is on Apex. And you can see that this now is starting to mature. So I'm going to attach it to my indicator. I'm going to go to my properties, find my modified fast, and I'm going to hope to follow this all the way down to the cellar, to the basement. And the haymaker is quietly racking up the score as well. So the haymaker is at 819. So if I wanted to go live with the haymaker, I've duplicated the strategy. What it is, it's that NQ signal A. So I'm looking for my signal A on the NASDAQ right here. And I can enable that. I don't know if I want to do it right at this moment because I think it's going to continue down. So let's wait just a few minutes on that. Sometimes timing is everything. Yeah, the haymaker looks good, Toby. So the haymaker just caught the shift in momentum to the upside. We do have a feature that you could choose. You could kind of prevent it from taking a long trade. If you see that your 50 moving average is just headed straight down and we're not getting a lot of volatility, we're in really a confirmed trend to the downside, you can prevent the system from taking a long trade. I like this short roll. So we're getting a lot of volume. If I bring that market analyzer back up, you'll see the NASDAQ was at just under 3,000 contracts a minute. So I'm going to bring in my stop just a little bit on this ES. Try to catch a roll to the downside on my signal B NASDAQ. Might want to give this a little more room here. Give this a little breathing room here. Seems to want to go our way. So there we go to the downside. It might have jumped in on the signal B. Let's see. Nope. If we can get through this this blue line here is an area of support. So we're trying to break through that area of support. Then we have some room. Let's go back to the haymaker. Things are trending pretty strong now to the downside. So what I did was with this downtrend on my strategies, I enabled right here the 30 range signal B, looking to get into a short trade. The gold signal A, let's take a look at gold real quick. Surprised that I'm not in this signal A. I'm not exactly sure what prevented that from taking this short trade. But let's keep our eye on the ball here. I think I'm going to bring it right here. Kind of squeezing it. Yeah, I think I squeezed it just a little too tight. So we're back up 350 on Apex. Let's go back. Got a lot of green positions right now. That signal A on gold, I was all over it. The signal A AI drone, which is the same strategy I have enabled did get in on that short roll. I did check Forex Factory this morning, and there was really nothing of huge importance on there. Yeah, I can't. I was trying to get into this short roll here. Another nice entry here. Puts us right in on a nice trade. Catch this move to the downside. Very little risk with a nice potential to make $1,000 here. Got this little area of resistance. We get through there. We've got some running room. Here we go. Here we go, Toby. This was that roll to the downside on that signal A, on the haymaker. Now we're running this in full automation. We're not going to manipulate the stops or profit targets. I'm hoping my signal B on my apex got in. Let's take a quick look. Well, I'll look at my positions in a minute. It's a beautiful trade here. I liked it from the second it took the entry. really tight to the 50 in a really confirmed downtrend. That was a beautiful entry. Very nice trade. Came up and kissed our stop. Okay, let me see if the apex jumped in. Nope. So I think what I'll do is we're in this big downtrend. So on this, I'm going to take off this. I'm going to go to the haymaker strategy. I'm going to load the haymaker. And what I'm going to do, since we're in a confirmed trend to the downside, I'm just going to take short trades on this right now. And I'm going to put my profit window at 50. With the trailing stop, I don't think you really need that, actually. We'll put this on the NQ. And we'll try to catch the next short roll. So what I have enabled on my Apex right now is gold on the signal A. I was still trying to get into that trade. I don't know what prevented it. And I've got the NASDAQ on the 30 range. We had a really nice trade on the E-mini that made about $500 or $600, but I was down about $175. So usually my profit target on Apex, I like to put it at about $500. Wow. See if the gold nugget got in. Nope. The gold nugget, I think, hit its profit target. And crude oil drifted away. There it goes. Oh, look at that. Took a trade to the long side. I'm going to squeeze this one because I really didn't want to take a long trade. I'm going to take my profit there. I was really looking for a short roll. Hope that doesn't come back to haunt me. So I kind of reached my goal on Apex. But, you know, I really like the way the market's trending today. So I think I'm going to try to catch just a short roll here to the downside. The haymaker's still in. We'll keep an eye on that trade and see what coulda, shoulda, woulda happened. See if I made the right or wrong decision. Yeah, I made the right decision. So now you see what happened here is actually my strategy probably. Let me re-enable it real quick. Let me find that NASDAQ signal A. This one. So now what happened with this NASDAQ is my RSI line went right to where I want it. Okay, because I know I'm going to get an entry on my signal A. We have two entries. We have the signal B and the signal A. If we were getting big, huge retracements to the long sides, I'd look for a long entry, but we haven't been. The big rolls have been to the downside. So now I'm looking for my RSI line in my Laguerre oscillator to break down through this 80% line. And if it does break down, it's going to pop me into this short trade to the downside on this Apex account. And the haymakers run up the score pretty nicely today on those short rolls. And I'm going to see if I can't get into one. I think it's looking for a confirmation candle, maybe. Here we go. Now I saw the... Oh. Oh. Boy, that came dangerously close. Come on now. Give us some help. Okay. We're in the game. So we got the short roll we were looking for. Let's see if we can score on this. Looking to break that area of support here. We break that area of support, and we got some daylight. Let's see if we can retest it and get through it. Might have a chance at a nice one here. And like Bob Barker used to say on The Price is Right, come on down. Come on down, Toby. Come on down. Come on down, baby. That's it. Squeezed it a little bit, but that's okay. can't. My wife's calling me. Come on. Come on down. Okay. Now I've got my window enabled now, so if I come within 50 ticks, we'll see that window in action. This was the roll I was kind of hoping for. Good volume. That's right where we want our volume to be for some good follow through here. Go ahead. Push down. Boy, that came close, didn't it? Uh-oh. All right. 870. All right, so I'm going to take the 870. I'm happy. Oh, jump right back in. All right, so was able to get 800 in the Apex account. And let me pull up my performance here. One day. And this account. Yeah, I'm at $2,000. So another 1,000 on that account, and it'll be qualified. So we look at that. It wound up that roll would have been another nice trade. That bounce, I should say. I got out of it because I just wasn't expecting it. It happened really quick. And this auto trader is a powerhouse. You know, if everything lines up, it's going to pop you in. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't take a break if you just got a full winner. You know, it's looking for another full winner. So it's kind of relentless. So you could see that Apex account is at 2,000. So I've got about 980 to go. Only a $1,500 drawdown, so I'm fine. I have $2,500 of wiggle room with that account. As long as I can get this up to 3,000 and not get that to 2,500, I'll be okay. So a lot of people ask me about the Apex, the size of account. If I'm trading one E-mini, I think a $50,000 account for me makes the most sense. So we're in the Haymaker's right back in. The Haymaker's been trading great today. It's the Haymaker 30 range. Yeah, let's take a look at the retirement plan. Retirement plan's been trying to get on the board here. Looking for a big retracement. We were pretty oversold, so actually that entry that it took for me that I closed early was a bad decision. It immediately popped me into the upside, and my own emotions got in the way. I could have been in this position and riding this trade long. Exactly, Mark. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, David. Your picture in the bottom right over here. yesterday, if you were with us yesterday, the it was the FOMC. What Powell was coming at it. I think it was 115 or 215. Well, after he said what he had to say, there was a big move down. I was actually able to get back all but about $90. I was down, I think, 680, and I got back about 600 of it. So I'm well on my way for that one. I'd like to get that PA account, and then my goal is, while I'm on YouTube here, is to kind of do what Mark has been doing, and that's to get multiple funded accounts, and then I'm going to add the trade copier to the workspace. And we're going to try to 5x our wins, and it works both ways. It could 5x our losses. So but that's my goal moving forward, and I think with these new updates that we're coming out with, that we're going to be able to really manage these trades incredibly well. So the gold signal A. Let's see where we're at with that. Positions. These are my open positions. Gold, the signal A drone is in. It's actually in a short trade. So this one here came back on us. We're in long trades on the NASDAQ. I think what you might be referring to, David, was I had brought up this market analyzer because I had noticed that the NASDAQ was getting big bursts of volume. I think that's what you were referring. Maybe that's what you're referring to. So the market analyzer, I think my image was in the way. The market analyzer, I was put volume on the market analyzer, and I don't want to get in the way of any trades here. So the market analyzer, I put volume, and I was noticing that the NASDAQ was going to 3,000 and 4,000, and I love those trading opportunities. Even if you're just going to scalp, and you see that volume kick up on the NASDAQ to 3,000 or 4,000, those are hard trades to lose. You can lose them, but man, if you time it right, and you get the roll or the bounce in a confirmed trend, and you've got institutional money really driving the price of the market one way or the other, having an eye on the volume. You can see NASDAQ is starting to spike again. It looks like now they're driving the price up. I like to keep an eye on those bursts of volume, is what I was showing, David. And I just brought up a regular market analyzer right off of Ninja. It's really a cool tool. I also have, other templates on the market analyzer. If I was to load the multi-time frame template, this is another tool that we have for discretionary trading, and it leverages really our core indicators. Let me go to my columns. We're day traders when it comes to futures, so there's no really sense in looking at a weekly. It uses a lot of resources and a lot of data. So if I remove the weekly and the monthly, it'll run a lot more efficiently, and it'll give me a really good indication of trend, the overall trend. This market analyzer what it does is it's looking at our three core indicators of our discretionary system: the quant, Laguerre, and the bias. The Laguerre and the bias are absolutely a part of this AI system. Sorry, I can't answer the phone right now. So I can also keep an eye on this because if I see a really strong multi-time frame alignment, it's always institutional money that creates that multi-time frame trend. Us retail traders, if it's just us trading, the market is in chaos or chop. It doesn't really form a trend. But when you get these straight across, I'll load the Unarenko, which is a little shorter time frame. If I load my Unarenko market analyzer, this will kick in a little faster than those higher time frames. And I think for this system, this would be more relevant. So it's showing that it's kind of flat right now on the instruments I have loaded. We'll put on the NASDAQ and the Russell. And right now there's a retracement. So it went from probably a sell to a flat on my market analyzer. But you'll see when if a market starts trending, I'll bring that back over and I'll show it to you. So we got some really nice trading opportunities today with that move down. We caught a really nice one on the E-mini. The first one we kind of got wicked out, and then it went right back in. And it bounced right off of that area of support, or resistance in this case. And I wrote it down to right about here. And I squeezed my stop on it. Had I not touched it, I would still be in the trade. When you have $800 in green, though, you can't you can't complain. So it was a good day. Hindsight's always 20/20. Yeah, Mark. Mark made a comment. Mark Long says it doesn't blink; it just thinks, and that's the advantage of this automation. We blink. Wow, this thing just, it doesn't think at all. It doesn't blink. When the metrics line up, it's in. So it's still trying to get into this long move. What's really nice in the strategy parameters, if you're not here right in front of it, I can go into my strategy, and if I go into the parameters, this is what the update is going to look like. This has a couple of changes. The start time 1 I have for 10:30 to 11 currently. If I want to add a second, if I see, hey, about lunchtime, from 11 to 1, my results are really bad, but then after 1, they pick up again, I could set a second trading hour to start trading at 1 p.m. And I could trade it right to the bell, or I could even do a third trading session. So let's do this one from 1 to 2. And then we'll put in a third one. We'll make this PM. And then we'll make a third one. Hey, that last half hour from 4 to 4:30. I see in my results that it's doing great. So I changed the last. I want to trade the bell, the closing bell. I'll put this from 4 to 4:30. So now it's going to take these session breaks, and we base that off of the data, really. We're going to be collaborating. Well, we're in collaboration. It's an ongoing process with an AI lab. And what our next step is going to be is we're going to be looking at what hours of the day that these strategies trade the best. And we're going to have these 3 different trading sessions, up to 3 different trading sessions optimized for each one of our templates. So we're going to step aside when we're not making money, and we're only going to trade while we are making money. And the system is going to make those decisions based on that AI technology. So that's where we're headed with this. So we've kind of laid the foundation down. And the collaboration that we're doing with this AI lab continues. We're really committed, and I always say it, we're really committed to making this the most powerful automated trader available to the retail trader. So the next component of the AI integration, we're looking at a few things, but this will be one of them. And you could, I've showed you on the performance that if we go to the trade performance, if I go to my analysis, it gives us the ability to look at each half hour of the day of when each strategy does the best. So when we see these big red arrows between 8:30 and 9 pre-market, it doesn't do well. So we wouldn't start it until here. And then we found, from 11, and we're going to have, quite a bit of data. This is kind of an insignificant amount of data. This is for April, but we're doing a much larger look back when we optimize these inputs for time. So it's going to give us the ability to gray out these times of the day that just aren't profitable. Yeah, I was just showing the example, Doctor. I would. You're 100% right. In my example previously, I had one on AM, and I apologize. I should have made a correction. That was this one right here. No, it was my strategy. I've got some phone calls to return. What Dr. Hansen was referring to was the when I added the trading sessions, the trading hour sessions, I had one of them on AM. So you want to make sure always that you adjust them to the proper hours. The AI model size, this is a real good one. This is in the new update. The AI model size is referring to the look back of the closed loop system. The drone is sharing information with the bot, but how much information do we want it to share? In a news-driven market where things can change on a dime, if we have to look back at 100 trades, it's going to be very slow to react. If we minimize it down to maybe 10 trades or even 5 trades, then those stops and profit targets are going to dynamically adjust a lot quicker. So we've made that as an adjustable setting. We're going to send pre-formatted templates that have the optimized input for each instrument in there. And market conditions always change. So we want to be able to also dynamically adjust the look back of our AI model size. So that's going to be a really great component of this as well. My favorite is before I pass it, the session loss limit. None of us like to take a big drawdown. We like it to run in the SIM accounts wide open. So we want to accumulate as much data as possible. But when it comes time to switching into your live account, you'd probably want to harness this number in, depending on your risk tolerance. Where if the pre-formatted template comes with a $1,000 loss limit, but you personally can only, risk $250, then it gives you the ability to adjust your loss limit and your profit limit. And you can also do it per account or per strategy. So if per strategy, if the overall account, if I'm trading a live account and I have this running in my live account with a few other strategies, then once that account has reached a $250 drawdown, all of the strategies are going to stop trading on that account. Where if I put this input to per strategy, then only that strategy is going to stop trading, but the other strategies that are running in that account will continue to take trades. And then my favorite one is obviously that profit window. I have to laugh because I'm just so super conservative, and I hate giving back profits. You saw it earlier on the ES trade. I could still be in that short trade and watching it tick up slowly but surely. But that profit target window, if my profit target on my ATM is let's go to the ATM real quick. My data series, account, order handling. Doesn't seem to be on there. Let's load a template. So let's take the NASDAQ for example. We go for a very ambitious target, and rightfully so. Statistically, it tells us that we're doing the right thing. But what if it goes 170? In this example that I'm showing now, we have no trailing stop. Okay, so in this example, hypothetically, we're going to break even at 60, and then we go to plus 11. But what if we go to 170 ticks? We would be up 5 times 170. We'd be up $850 on the trade, and we have the potential to come all the way back to $55. But at 170, we only had 30 ticks to go. Where we could have only made an additional 150 with the potential to give back $700 or $800. So this window, we could put a value of just 50 as an example. So if we're in 50 ticks of the range of our profit target, it's going to put a bracket equivalent. Your stop is going to have an equivalent risk where you can only give back what you could potentially make to your profit target. Okay, so this right here makes me sleep better at night because I hate to give back all that money, and this will prevent that. So I really like that profit window also. So we're always improving the system. We're always thinking of ways to make more money, and this is an ongoing process. The optimization process really never stops until we're getting all winning trades. Which I don't think is going to happen in the foreseeable future. So once we've reached our profit target, like mine was 500, I got the 800. We could just let the system continue to run in SIM. The system comes with a separate SIM account for each and every one of these strategies. So we can continue to accumulate data. The haymaker's been trading really well today. Yes, yes, doctor. We're looking forward to releasing it. I'm going to do a video today of how to use the tool to do this update. And we're going to deliver the tool that I showed yesterday. Man, let me tell you, we've got a really exceptional team. And I'm not just saying it because I'm part of it. Well, maybe part of the reason is, but I'm proud to be part of it for a good reason. Sergio, who's our developer, made this tool. A lot of people get intimidated with NinjaTrader 8 because listen, let's be honest. When you first start with it, it's intimidating. There's a lot of, switches and levers to learn. But this tool that we made is, for people like me, are dummies. And I'm going to do a quick video, and with this tool, you'll be able to install this AI system with ease. I'm going to do the video right when I'm done trading today, and we're going to get ready to release that update. But gold, I wanted to show gold because, oh my God, the trades that it took this morning. I tried, and I don't know what, I just couldn't get into one. I sure tried to, though. But let's go back to the golden nugget. This golden nugget this morning, and this is a signal A entry. Let's see about what time. Gold was just absolutely beautiful this morning. You can see when I enabled my strategies, it was at 7 a.m. And it looks like it might have taken, my entry was, it might have taken a loser at first. But then my RSI line crossed short. You can see it right here at right around, I don't know, right before 8. And it jumped into that huge move down. Caught a beautiful trade to the downside, and then it seemed to catch the bottom and the top on this. Well, not the top, but it caught the bottom here, jumped right back in, and took a beautiful trade long. So the timing on it was it started. The winning started right at 7:30. 7:30. Big move down, back up, and it was done for the day with a $2,000 profit. And it's continuing to trade really profitably. Haymaker's right back in on a monster. It got the short roll. The short rolls have been working a lot better than the long trades. And the haymaker, I've seen it run up the score on several occasions. It's got the potential to do that. So these short rolls on the haymaker today were really the way to go. My long entries were failing, with exception to one, I think, and my one or two. And my short entries crushed it. So another stellar day here for the AI Auto Trader. Really not really big surprises. These are the same strategies that we that we talk about almost every morning. The ES, the gold, the NASDAQ. These are the same ones that consistently have the potential, and it's not guaranteed. Don't get me wrong, but they have the potential. They will give you an edge to put money in the bank. That ES is in a beautiful trade right now in the Signal B AI drone. It's I don't even want to look because it's on that short roll still, and I'll torture myself. Why not? But you could see my short exit. No, that's not my short exit. But I have a good feeling I'd be in this trade had I not squeezed it. But there's nothing wrong with closing a winning trade. You're not going to lose money ever. It's just, you could see in hindsight what could have, should have, would have happened had you just left the darn thing alone. But the system got us into that signal A right off of this area of resistance to the short side. I got wicked out on the first one, caught the second one, and closed it out. I think right around here or here. So a little patience would have paid off for me. Getting a little bounce. Very nice. Very nice, Dr. Ken. Well, look at this haymaker. So I really don't like enabling the strategies before I start the YouTube because I want to. I don't want to come on and have already made or lost the money. It defeats the purpose. But we start at almost 9:30, and I'd really like to trade gold. Starting at 7:30. That's really I love that time. I can't tell you how many mornings that I'm up early and I do really well trading gold at around 7 or 7:30. A lot of our members in Discord have also talked about it. So I'm not alone. Let's go back to, I got to look. It's killing me now. So if we look at the entry on the Apex, you see where I got in was here, and I squeezed it to death. And I made 500 or 600, which is good. It's a nice trade. It's nothing to be upset about. But, totally hands-free and letting it go, I got the full winner. So our top strategies today, I went over gold. I went over the ES. And if we go over the NASDAQ, and people always call me and they ask me about which are the best strategies, and these are the ones I tell them. It's not a secret. The haymaker traded extremely well today. It picked up some beautiful trades on the short rolls. The NASDAQ kind of trended down. It was catching long trades as well, But the biggest money makers were these big moves down today. Our 50 between 9:30 and all the way to here, 10:30. That first hour of the market, we were in a really nice downtrend, and those signal A's on the short rolls were the ones that were putting money in the bank for us. The long entries were scoring a nominal amount of money, but the majority of our profits were coming on those short rolls. And the system did pull in some losers. We're not going to win all of our trades. And I always say it, a big reason why we're profitable with this strategy is our risk to reward ratio. We're risking $250 to make 1,000. So with a 4 or 5 to 1 risk to reward ratio, we could pull in some losers and still come out on top with this strategy. And today it did it again. It's up 13.35. So I'm going to put my number. How much is backtesting of Ninja reliable? I was just talking to one of our members. I'm trying to remember his name, Case. I was just talking to Case yesterday. Another one of our members. No, it was Ty. I'm sorry, Ty. Hey, Ty, if you're here today, hello. Sorry about that. I got the name wrong, but it was Ty S. And, he's one of our members that loves to utilize every tool possible to give himself an edge on trading the system. And he asked me the same question. And he went ahead and he signed up. And then on our follow-up call yesterday, after he's been running the system for a few days, he says, the backtesting tool, it's not 100%, but it's very helpful because I ran the strategy on a live market, and then I compared it to my results on a strategy analyzer, and although they weren't identical, they were pretty close. They were pretty close. So if I had to answer your question regarding the backtesting being reliable, Rao, I would say it's not 100%, but it is helpful and useful. Myself, personally, I prefer to forward test it with, look at this trade the 2-minute AI is in. That signal A on the 2-minute is in a monster, this one right here. I'm glad to see that. The retirement plan came back. It finally caught that bounce. It went right back in, too. I don't want to lose my train of thought. The forward testing, let me show you that really quick. What I do when I do this forward testing is I go to a completely separate workspace. I don't like to run market replay data on the workspace that I trade on. Let's see if it can push up. We might get another monster roll to the downside. But I think in the last 5 or 10 minutes, what I'm going to do is show you the market replay. I'm just curious to see if this continues or we get another big roll to the downside. This is our 2-minute. This is a 2-minute. It's a little slower and more deliberate than the 30 range. The Haymaker's running on a 30 range. The retirement plan is running on a 2-minute. And it just took a full winter, and everything was still confirmed. You could see my cross on my chart. What that's saying is, hey, all the conditions are still met. I'm going to fire off another one. And it did just that. It fired off another one. I do have a parameter in the strategy settings that I could also put a delay between entries. If I don't want it to do that, I could put a delay on it to, like, hey, don't go back to back. Let's give it a 60-second or a 30-second or an hour or whatever you want to put in there. I kind of like to catch my breath, because I'm over here sweating it out a little bit. Great trading, Doctor. Here we go. It's trying. They're trying to push it up. And these moving averages, they really act as areas of resistance. Try to push through. You can see my 50 on the chart. It's above the 15. That 50 moving average, price always seems to want to revert back to the mean or the average, the 50 moving average. Got into an oversold environment, and now it's retracing back. All right, let's go. I'll tell you what. Let's go to the market replay really quick. And I don't really want to complicate things, but I just want to show you this. I think I can let this workspace run in the background. No, you know what? What you could do is, if you were to go to Tools and go to Historical Data, it gives you the ability to download historical data. And you could select the instrument. Like if I wanted to run historical data on the NASDAQ, and I could do a start date or an end date, and I can download that data. And then what I can do is, after I've downloaded the data, let's see, market replay. I don't want to give you bad information. After I've downloaded the market replay data, get market replay data. Yeah, this is it here. You would come under get market replay data, and you can only do one day at a time. So you could start with the 15th or the 14th, whatever dates you want to do. You would download one day at a time. And once I do that, once I've downloaded the market replay data, it allows me to establish a connection, the replay connection, I think is what it's called. It's called the replay connection. And then I can go into my strategies and put that replay connection in my strategies. And I can replay a day or a week or as much as I want. And I could do it at 10x the speed, 100x the speed. And I could run that replay data in the strategies. What I like to do is I like to use it with a variety of different settings to see which one would have performed the best, maybe over the whole week. And I'll do it at 100x the speed, so it doesn't take forever. The haymaker is starting to really come to life now. I wasn't on the right edge, but it just caught that big move down. So that market replay, I said all of that, Rao, to answer your question about back testing. I prefer the market replay testing. All right. Well, we've got our winners, our big winners of the day. And it was really no surprise. It was gold, the NASDAQ, and the E-mini. And they really traded phenomenal today. The Apex account was up 800 today. We've got about 900 to go, and we'll get this one qualified. And like I said earlier, my goal is I'm going to get 5. I want to get 5 qualified, and then get a trade copier. and look for a payday, something substantial. And I hope we can do it together. If you have any questions, I'm going to put my number. Give me about 30 or 45 minutes to grab something to eat. But please give me a call. I'll do my best to answer your questions. And it helps. I was talking with Mark. It always helps our ratings on YouTube. If you could like the broadcast, if you put like, or you could put a nice comment in. I guess their metrics. They look at how many people like your video and how many people leave comments, and it helps our ratings on YouTube. So if you could be kind enough to like the broadcast, or just put a comment in the comment bar. If you don't do it today, remember in the future. It helps us out on YouTube. So let me read Ben's question. Ben, hey guys, I was using the signal B on NQ, and the bot ran 80 points without a long. Ben, the signal B is, and without looking at your chart, and without looking at it, I couldn't answer with 100% accuracy. But what I want to say without looking at it is the signal B is our trend trading strategy. And everything has to be lined up in a confirmed trend to take a long trade. For most of today's session, it didn't really happen for the signal B. If you could see from starting at 9:30 throughout the entire session, it never really got lined up to take a long trade on a signal B entry for the NASDAQ. It only lined up for a short trade. So you ran up 80 points on these short entries, which was, I'm assuming, a good thing for you. So that's why you probably didn't get many entries to the long side today using a signal B. Signal A did extremely well. The Haymaker was our top strategy. The Haymaker is in another trade here, and we'll close right after this trade. It's been doing extremely well catching these rolls to the downside. It might be a good thing you didn't get many long entries on the NASDAQ, even though there were a few profitable ones. The majority of them were the profitable ones were to the downside. But if you'd like, if you give me a call at it's 11:15, figure about 12:15. Give me about a little time to eat lunch. I'll be happy to look at your workspace and go over the trades that your system took and take a look at it and make sure that everything is running correctly. I really think that's another really nice part about our company is we're very hands-on. There's other vendors that you try to call them or you try to get support, and it can turn into a frustrating experience. We don't leave our members to dry. Hey, good morning, Kush. All right, so I'm gonna end the broadcast with that. I hope everybody has a blessed rest of their day. Hey, come back and join me tomorrow. I'm gonna get started again around 9:30. And if you are running the system, don't forget enable that gold signal A at about 7:30, and I think you'll do really well. The Kush got 1,500 on the NQ. Okay, Kush. Great job. Great trading. And Kush is our prop trader. He's going to be doing a presentation today. Before I sign off, I'm going to put the link to check him out. He's going today at 4:30. He's going to be highlighting the money flow tracker. which is really our premier discretionary system. He uses it to successfully trade 6 funded prop accounts. If you're somebody that likes to trade on a discretionary basis, you'll absolutely want to check out his webinar today. And it takes place today at 4:30. I am going to put the registration link in the chat box. Another huge day for the AI Auto. Thank you, Doctor. I've known Dr. Hansen for a long time now, and I'll tell you, we're personal friends. Really a great guy, a solid guy, a man of God. Him and his wife pray for my kids, and my wife and I do the same for him and his family. And I don't want to get emotional, but it kind of brings a tear to my eye. Okay, here comes the registration link. Today at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to put this on a notepad first because sometimes sometimes it comes up a little weird if I just take it straight out and go to webinar. So let me put it on a notepad. Okay. Today's 14th. And the title is The Key to Prop Trading Success. Okay, now you've got the registration link. And really excited about the prospects. We got some powerful updates coming out, and we're going to continue to trade the system each morning on YouTube Live, and really looking forward to the results that we're able to achieve together. I hope everyone has a blessed day. Go check out Cush if you have the time. If you don't have the time, if you can't make it, still register, and we'll send you a recording. You can't get the recording unless you register. So please click on that link, register for today's presentation. You'll automatically get the replay. You get some special coupon codes from us, and you can learn more about our products and services. Have a blessed day, everybody. God willing, we'll see you here tomorrow. Bye-bye.